I'm not going to argue that the permits were effective, okay? I don't have a problem with the permits in and of themselves. Why do we have to be charged? Why, you know, I mean, I'd be happy if I was going to organize an event, I'd be happy to come into your office. I'd say, I'm expecting this many people to attend. We're going to behave, we're going to be civil, we're going to do what we need to do, and we're not going to cause any problems for you. But in order to speak and exercise my First Amendment rights, I've got to pay, and not just pay a permit fee, I've got to pay for police presence that, if we do it the way we have, there really isn't a need for an increased police presence because we have been peaceful. We have been law-abiding.
Two things. First, thank you for, and regardless of where people are on different issues, yes, as Wisconsinites, I think people have done an admirable job. I don't know that that will always be the case. And my concern...
What are you expecting?
No, I think...
What are you expecting?
But if we
What, are
have...
you going to call up the National Guard on it or something?
That's it.
That's it, isn't it? You're looking for a fight.
We're not looking for a fight.
Yes, you are.
Before anything ever happened. It's possible. This is a 22-page product page.
Hey guys, could I say something to you a minute? Honestly, now we got to close the building at 6 o'clock. So let's get people who haven't had a chance to have questions to answer their questions, okay? And we're going to be back Saturday morning at 9 o'clock, okay? Sir?
I just want to read a portion out of the Wisconsin Marijuana Action Commission versus Tommy Thompson, 1988. The court said both parties agree that the state capitol is a public forum. It has traditionally been used as such, and as to normal use of this public forum, both parties agree a permit is not required. In other words, citizens may assemble at the capitol and express their views, whether or not those views are state sanctioned. In fact, these plaintiffs did, in 1987, 1988, assemble and express their views without a permit. Thus, the issue is not whether these defendants can or not express their views in a public forum. Of course they can. The issue in this case was whether or not they had to be granted use of electricity. But the court held in that situation that they didn't need a permit to express their views. Now,
I was there.
What we're hearing is they're saying, okay, in case there is a conflicting use, it'd be best to have a permitting process. And I've suggested to them that instead of calling a permit, they say we have a space reservation form of some sort. And that way you can work out the conflicts or possible conflicts. Now, so far with the sing-along, when there's been any possible conflict, the sing-along has yielded to the other usage. So
No problem.
the great number of the protesters have not felt a need for this process. You may feel that you need it, but we don't need it. And we will, and people who decide to go forward without a permit will be doing so. And if they're arrested, the tickets will be dismissed. The cost of their defense will be part of the civil suits that be brought against the state of Wisconsin.
By recall, not prove. We don't need more law enforcement involvement.
Yeah, I think it's, as you mentioned, if there's a decision by individuals to seek to address this in the courts, that is their right to do so. We believe we are on strong legal ground. What the permitting process is. Whether you decide within this room or not that it is or is not, the courts are where that is decided. I won't be able to decide it at what expense.
To uphold the Constitution, and I implore you to direct your staff to uphold the Constitution, to value your oath, and not to follow the dictates of petty tyrants. We all know this law is wrong. Please do the right thing and don't enforce it.
A subject that hasn't been brought up, but that hasn't been discussed, but you brought it up, is that you have an obligation to protect the Wisconsin taxpayers.
We do.
And I have a feeling that that might be where some of this is coming from. If charging us or charging groups to cover the costs, even though most of us are Wisconsin taxpayers, and we've already paid through taxes to staff this building. Why is there not the same outcry about the expense of the governor's security detail?
Every governor has a security detail.
His excessive, like at Lambeau Field. He, State Patrol, all the NFL VIPs, Eddie George, all the VIPs walked from the concert stage to Lambeau Field. There was one person who got into a state trooper car and was driven 100 yards to Lambeau Field.
Oh,
And I think
Honest.
oh, wow.
I don't think that's an issue involved in the permitting and the process that we're looking here tonight.
But
Understand that?
it was the money. You want to hit us for the money, but there's money being wasted or excessive expenses elsewhere. And I expect you as DOA to address that as well.
I understand your opinion about, and I understand the obligation we have to use the taxpayers' money wisely. Chance to act.
This idea obviously didn't just pop out of the wherever. Who is responsible? Was there like one person? Was there pressure applied from legislators, in particular Republican legislators? How did this come about? I missed the first meeting. Was there pressure from the legislators?
I think the impetus initially was in February and March, that we need, and yes, we had a certain amount of time. I think the chief had to use his discretion in what was a very large group at the time. What we feel is that we have an obligation.
Somebody said they're taking away discretion. Who said that?
Again, I think from our perspective, we needed to have a clarification so that people understood the policy.
This is May I ask a question, please? I think I've been coming to the Capitol of my own accord. Most of the time I'm here because I see that there's an issue being discussed that I'm interested in, and I want to express my opinion about that. A lot of days, there are a lot of other people here doing the same thing. And if I'm here at noon, I sing. If I'm here at noon, anytime coming up, regardless of where the sing-along is or anything, I might want to sing. How am I going to be treated, held responsible, whatever, if there are other people in the rotunda singing at the same time? It would not be a planned event ahead of time. This is something I feel I want to carry on because it's been important to me to sing in the rotunda whenever I have the opportunity. So how's that going to be treated?
As an individual?
Yeah, if I come here at noon or any other time and want to sing in the rotunda.
In the policy, it also it specifies that if you're not causing disruption for the business within the building, you're permitted to do that.
So if I choose to sing of my own accord, and if there are 30 other people who have the same idea because they also have enjoyed the sing-alongs in the last 200-some days, and feel compelled, just as somebody comes at the end of his workday and sings every day. So how is that treated?
If you have 4 people together that are
What if we're not together? We're separate.
I come by myself and I bring the sign, it's my freedom of speech. It is not to influence anybody or to try to get their attention. It is my freedom of speech.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's now 6 o'clock. Honestly, we do need to close the Capitol, secure the doors.
Keep it open a little bit.
No, we're not. We're sticking to that, really. We need to close the Capitol, and we will be back Saturday morning, 9 o'clock. Okay?
Shame! 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 Shame!
That was my one thing. If you're concerned about safety, please, and this meeting was to know what to expect. I expect not to have an officer touch me
and I just did it.
Unless I really out.
I just did it, I'm sorry about
No,
that. I didn't mean
no,
it.
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Because there are other officers who strategic things, and that's to me not
Well, I think it's a discretion of chief of
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
What's the recall? Oh, let
Can I finish with your sign, please?
You look like a strong, otherwise